I'm turning my GTS into a drift car, but I want to keep all of the genuine parts in case I ever want to turn it back into a full-time street car. So to do that, I'm having to buy a lot of second-hand parts so I can cut them up and not be worried that I'm cutting up my genuine GTS parts. All we really want this for is this rail here because it hooks underneath and it will clip into the base of the car, and then we'll screw our seats to this. You can see that the rail where it clips in is a little bit bent. So we're going to need to get a hammer and flatten that out a bit. Because I'm replacing my genuine seats with bucket seats, there's a whole lot on this that I don't really need. All of this junk in the middle is essentially just the electronic tilt, which we don't need. So I'm going to grab a grinder and just cut there, and these off as well. I still want the bucket seats to be able to slide. So instead of just getting a generic base, I've just grabbed an OE base off another set of seats and then just do some fabrication to make sure that they suit the bucket seats and then they suit my car. These are the genuine seats. Once I take them out, I'll bag them up and then put them in storage to make sure that they are all nice and safe while they're not in use.
The electricals here are not only in control of putting your seat backwards and forwards, and also it's in control of the airbag that is inside this seat. So we can safely unclip them, but just don't put your face in front of the airbag, ever. Now we're going to lift it up and pull it out.
You'd think installing bucket seats would be simple and just a matter of screwing it onto the rails and then installing it into the car, which is not the case for this one. The brackets that come with the bucket seats don't match the HSV or Holden rails, so you can't screw them in.
So if you could, I'd get the die grinder and take the paint out of in there so we can weld in there too. And you're going to need to take it off where you're going to weld it.
And you can't weld on top of paint, so you have to grind off the painted areas where you are going to weld. So I install the brackets into the car, put the seats in, work out where it's going to have to mount, and then I pull it out, grind off the paint, reinstall the rails, put the seats back in, make them square, and then tack weld the seats onto the rails, which I'm not going to do. I've tried welding, I'm not great at it, so my husband's going to step in for this one. And don't worry guys, there was fire blankets installed in the car just then, so that little zap of a weld isn't going to damage anything. Take the rails back off the seats, head back outside to give them a weld. Now this is all my husband would let me film because he does not like being on camera. I'm sure you could tell from the last clip. Once they're all welded, let it cool down, give it a clean and then a paint, put the rails back onto the chairs and then put the chairs into the car. And holy moly, after all of that, I've got a set of bucket seats. This has been a pretty lengthy video, so I'll leave it here. But of course, if you're interested in seeing the rest of the build, make sure you check out my page because there's a lot to come.